Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Space Empires 5. I'm your lovely host, Calvin. So, where we last left off, well, let's see. We're prepping for our invasion of this system. It's been heavily, shall we say, entrenched by our enemy. Have we made it to Kultan? Yes, we have. Alright. The carrier is more or less in position. Where are you again? Yeah, right here, okay. So we're gonna get you through as well. Cancel your orders. And we're going to have them, you know, get over here. 27% research unspent, uh-oh. Yeah, right, we're working like heck on the quantum reactor. We need to get at least a few levels into that. 3 ships without orders. Oh, the carrier hasn't actually had orders yet. Okay. Didn't even notice that. Alright, so we're in the system. What do we got? We got 2 enemy fighters here, or 2 enemy light cruisers. 1 here and a station. Class and Denbu Station. What are we looking at here? None of it in sensor range. Okay. It's got too much jamming in the sector. Alright. Launching fighters. We'll keep the remaining fighters in reserve for defensive purposes. Alright, so now we actually have a planet in combat. 100 fighters selected. Alright. Well, this shouldn't take particularly long. Boom, boom. Going on the planet. God, that stack is silly. Can fighters not target the planet? I think we might need a larger ship to be able to target the planet. There we go. Alright, yeah, everyone on the planet's surface is now dead. Alright. But this is just since there's a planet, we'll give it strategic combat. Boom. We'll again just give it strategic combat. I mean, we have an Ndembu station here, but let's face it. What's it running on these Mason blasters? Level 8? They actually have shields now, and they do have some degree of structure, but I'm not too concerned about it. Destroyed. Everything. Alright, so we've practically just wiped out half of, half their system here. That's probably not going to go so well on relations, but hey, that's fine, really. Okay. The fighters are starting to run out of supplies, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So, last turn, we helped to develop the quantum reactor, so we're going to do that again, and I think that's the end of the turn. 2 ships without orders. Ah, yes. Apparently, there's nowhere for it to explore. Well, come here then. Okay. I think once we get a decent enough level in quantum reactor, I'm trying to remember what it produces. I think it produces 400 at the end of it? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to stop making guesses, because I don't remember enough about this game to say for certain anymore. We have level 7 of the quantum reactor. Good. Now how much does it develop? Or how much does it create each turn? Enough that I can... Yeah, 320 per turn. Excellent, excellent. So, we can potentially now develop our first megaship. A crystalline dreadnought. It's level 10. We have 1,700 available. Oh shoot, we haven't finished developing the massive ship mounts yet. Scratch that. Not yet. Not yet. We need to finish developing ship mounts. That should be enough. It goes up to 20, so won't take long. But we do need to finish the development of ship mounts. Alright. That's fine. Again, we don't really need to do too much about the combat. The swarm of fighters that I spent, like 30 freaking turns building. Worth. The ones that are staying back, by the way, are because they're wounded. If a fighter gets wounded, it'll stay back. We're just going through at this point and exterminating every sign of the Amonkite continuum. Like, every person on the planet's getting wiped out from fighter strikes. It's probably some kind of atrocity. I mean, this is pretty much genocide. Like, I just killed off an entire solar system of inhabitants. God knows how many. Alright. Fleet transfer. There needs to be like a proper home button. Alright. Cargo orders. Anything? Load cargo remotely. Drop cargo remotely. No. Alright. There we are. So, that takes care of that then. We can continue progressing. However, I expect that we're going to be met with a bit more resistance now. Despite the fact in one turn we literally just cleaned their frickin' clock. Like, we just wiped them. They're gone. G-O-N-E. Alright. So, right now we do need to develop the remaining level of weapon mounts. The problem is the amount of damage that weapon mounts boost increases with each research, but the size penalty does not increase. So, it's very important to ensure that you use maximum level weapon mounts. Anything less is of questionable value. Scout Mark 3, I see. Okay. Interesting stuff. Huge ice planets. All sorts of things. Except we need to finish ship weapon mounts this turn, hopefully. Okay. Six, 7, 8. I should probably declare war on them at some point. I'm actually not going to be too surprised if there's a declaration of war just sitting in my inbox at this point. There we are. Level 20 shit system mounts. Perfect. Alright, so the quantum reactor development has proven very fruitful. I mean, already it's twice as strong as solar panels. Which, that's a miracle in of itself. The fact is, gonna have to use solar panels before. It's like, there's no way we can even remotely get that working with solar collector tech. Not gonna happen. But, so far resupply, which is still cheaper to develop, by the way, than anything else. I'm tempted to just throw even more into the quantum reactor. Yeah. Not a terrible thing. Alright. We can head up there then. Okay, so we've still got more to look down and around there. Somewhere around here, I think we're going to find heavy gravitation considers all shields to be useless. Yeah. Gotta be careful about that since I rely a lot on shielding. 3 ships without orders. What do we got? This? Good point. Warp. And continue to move. Next. Well, let's find out what's behind warp point number 2. No, that's not their home world. This looks like their home world, though. Yeah, I would wager that's their home world. Alright. Alright, I repeat, launch all fighters. And also condensed view. Should really have been using that from the start, but come on. So. Yeah, they're going to hold their position at the planet. Oh no, they're going to send out their Borgas and Morcas. I think 120 fighters should be more than enough to take care of it all. Destroyed. 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 And the planet. Boom. That is their homeworld taken care of. That was easy. Again, just gonna continue, this. Wham. Planet taken care of. Their empire is falling apart before their eyes. Oh dear. That's what I was afraid of. Cancel current orders, cancel current orders. Our carrier might be in a lot of trouble. And also, this is why I've been throwing a lot of research into the quantum reactor, for anyone wondering. It is kind of important. Like, you can run out of long-range attack capability so quickly that I made a screw-up. Player 8. Alright. Tech 33 and resupply, I like it. Alright, it's high time we made a new class of ship. To wrap this episode up, a crystalline dreadnought. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Uses mount. We can put on massive ship mounts, man, it's great. But what we're going to be using are drones. Can launch drones into space. One drone can be launched every 4,400 milliseconds, or 4.4 seconds. Provides 550 kilotons worth of cargo space. We also have the fully developed cargo bays, which provide 400 kilotons at 20 kilotons of space. So since this is 30, it is in fact a slightly better deal to use cargo bays. Which makes me think I should really just put in a large freighter. Seems like it'd be more reasonable that way, but oh well. So let's start with the armor. We're gonna max armor this thing, obviously. If I can remember where it is. Crystalline C. There we are. Man, level 12 armor is shit. Really shouldn't even do this. But because we're crystalline, we rely on shields a lot. Like, any hit to our armor or our hull will actually increase our shielding. It's amazing that way. Also, being crystalline apparently reduces... I looked this up. Being crystalline also apparently reduces the maintenance cost by 60%. So that probably helps a lot. It seems like I should have had to dealt with maintenance cost a lot more. I'm used to playing temporal, so yeah, makes a lot of sense. Alright, so now we've developed some other stuff here. Yeah, we're going to need a repair bay. This thing's going to come with a lot of, like, utility craft sort of thing. This is going to require a lot of supplies per turn. So, probably all 6 of those, that's fine. We don't have much space left already. Master computer. Technically valid from here in, but we're going to need a lot of drones, and I was hoping to put a constructor on this thing. Like Space Yard. I guess, yeah, we can't do the armor. That's fine, I suppose. Yeah. Alright, no armor for us. Unless we want to, you know, not have shields, which I personally like having shields. I don't know about you guys. I think shields are a very important thing. Alright. Plus, you know, our shields are level 36 compared to our level 12 armor. Unfortunately, our armor's tied to crystalline levels, so it's far more expensive to develop. Like 1,150 shield points versus 315 armor points. Now, I mean, even if it converts all of it to shield, it's still only twice as much, so it's not worth it. $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 shielding should be fine. If your vehicle has supply remaining, which we most certainly always will. We don't really need that, since we don't have the construction bay anymore. Few shield generators, that's fine. Alright. Now we just need to round this off with some cargo bays. Like, finish off everything with cargo bays. Only 5 drone launchers, that's all that's needed. I mean, that's a drone every second, and each drone, you know, it's more than enough. There we are. 10 left. Well, I should probably put on, like, basic sensors then. No? Yeah, probably. We don't need combat sensors since this thing has no actual guns, as it were. Set design name. Aurora class drone. Shit. That's a reference to something. What is it? A drone carrier. Yep, great. So, a little while ago we also designed a drone. We're going to be putting into a pretty decent amount of mass production. Well, this thing's as capable as any is building it. So the Aurora class drone ship. And wow, that's going to take like 1 per turn to build. It will take a lot. It will take a lot, especially since this thing, each one of these things is 260 kilotons, and the cargo space in this is what? 13,000? So, let's math this so I know how I need to build. 13,950. Whoops. 950 over 260. 260. 53 drones. Yeah, alright. That can be arranged. It'll take a while, but it can be arranged. I mean, seriously. That's gonna take like 50 turns. This is the problem with drones. I'm gonna need other, Others pitching in where possible. But at the same time, a lot of these are going to be doing that for a while. Bit of a problem. It also signals to me to mean that we need to up our space yard tech again. Or something like this. Because we should be able to build drones a lot faster. Like, we really should be able to build drones a lot faster. Which tells me I probably need to start on the robotics facility, because the Robotoid factory and its subsequent thing, which is similar to centralized computer systems, except it works for space yards. Kind of important. I guess what I need to set up is a proper forward camp. Maybe. Might be what I actually need to do. Who knows? Yeah. Robotics. Give it me all. In the meantime, I guess, start production of drones. Lots of drones. It'll take a while, but hey, drones. 3 ships without orders. What do we got? The Cochlin's still able to move, so this is going to move here to pick up the fighters. Alright, so this thing's got 600 supplies and is stranded in enemy territory. The good news is I don't think they'll be too hostile to it. Now, I believe just on the other side here we do have the Bukhara class, like cruiser, so once it gets there it can trade off some supplies and we can make sure the carrier can get home safely. Alright. Like I said, we need to develop long-range attack craft, which the Aurora class is supposed to be the first of. And hopefully it will live up to my expectations. So, without further ado, thank you everybody for watching. As always, this has been your lovely host, Calvin, signing off.